Hello to my Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Taurus. Let's do it. All right, Taurus, let's do it. Sending everybody lots of love and light. We are still in the full moon phase, Taurus. Hopefully everybody's having a great day wherever you are. This full moon, this is a super moon, right? And there's a moon in Aries, and the moon has moved into your zodiac sign. So it could affect your throat, your thyroids, that area, right? So what I'm picking up for you all before we really get into your reading here, because I'm feeling like your soul, exploring your soul's higher vibration, your higher lessons, Taurus, also, and the divine guidance flowing through your energy this week, right? So this video is going to take us into the 17th of October. Obviously, we had a full moon on the 7th, on 10/07. And so you're still in that phase, right? Everybody's still in that phase until the 10th. And so you can still put your gemstones and crystals out, you know, get your awakening oil if that's what you want to do. You can get your candles, gemstones, crystals, all those things you can find on my Etsy store. But you can charge your divination tools. You can make moon water still up until the 10th. You know, just think the rule of thumb, like 3 days prior to the full moon, the moon being fully illuminated, 3 days after the moon being fully illuminated, whatever the dates are. This happened to be on the 7th of October. What I'm picking up for you all, a lot of people are starting to talk about how you were really a hermit. Like, people are really starting to talk about how you were a hermit, and, you know, the invasion of privacy that people feel like it is their duty and responsibility to overstep a boundary with people who, you know, like to grow their abundance and knowledge and wisdom and money and processing your thoughts. And somebody's kind of going back to possibly their childhood in their mind, just kind of sort of thinking about, you know, your second house. It's just like you needed some time to get yourself together, to process your thoughts. And you're starting to realize how the energy of money loves you, like mama, dad, like money loves you, right? You are literally ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics, Taurus. And a light is turning on for you now. You're really starting to see who put a fire up under you in an unhealthy way, basically trying to, you know, put a fire up under a bull's hooves, right? Your symbol is a bull, right? It's almost like for some of you all, people weren't moving fast enough. They didn't give you a chance to process, but you're breaking a generational cycle, chain, and curse. You're breaking a generational cycle, chain, and curse because you were dealing with a very impulsive family member who feels like something is their way or the highway. Didn't give you a chance to process your emotions about things, and now you're finally standing up. That makes you a star. That makes you stand out, right? So that you're not just some cookie cutter. You're not like every other Taurus on planet Earth. That's why I talk about birth charts so much, because I really want everybody to pull their birth chart, see what sets you apart from other Taurians, for real. Like, you're not the same as every Taurus. You see this, all these people in the cards, they're all Taurus. And you know that you're the type of person, what's common for Taurus is that you know that it may take you longer to get to it, making a decision about something, but you are not just as different as these people are in this card, whether they men or women. It doesn't really matter. They're all different skin colors, different hair colors, different color clothes. You're not the same as every other Taurus on planet Earth. One thing for you, that you know that you're built to last, meaning that it may take you longer to process whatever you need to process, but when you're in it, you're in it. You're an earth sign and you're a fixed sign, right? And so when you say when you're in it, you're in it. You're not going to be the run off fast type. When you're in it, you're in it, right? And so, but people got to give you some time to get to that place, right? But you can't, if somebody is around a lot of anxiety, it's going to put you in that same space. It's like somebody pouring their anxiety into your soil. So it's not a whole lot of growth there. It's like everything just ends. Everything ends fast. It's like pouring the wrong, you know, not knowing how to feed your plants. You don't know whether to pour water on top or do you put it in the holder in the bottom so it can just soak it up, right? Or do you pour it on from the top? And then that's how some people learn, okay, well, I need to feed this plant different than I feed that plant. The seed was planted early, you know, that you're not a toxic seed because somebody had not gone through a spiritual detox themselves and your family. They hadn't gone through a spiritual detox themselves. So you weren't making decisions fast enough. You weren't moving fast enough. Everything that you did, if it wasn't this way, if then, then it wasn't right. That person is about to get a big wake up call, because what you have in common with people who are hermits is what people assume is going on behind closed doors. Here you are behind closed doors thriving, and somebody thinking you in survival mode. Somebody need to do a wellness check, and you behind closed doors thriving. That's a lot of people who are hermits. They don't close themselves off from the world for like weeks at a time. Some people have gone behind closed doors. They're giving people their flowers, and they close out cycles in love. They give people their flowers before they die, but they close out cycles in love. So they're not walking around here grieving. Somebody who has a very impulsive energy assume that you behind closed doors grieving the loss of a loved one, and you already gave them their flowers. This is whenever you see Scorpio's card, we're not talking about a Scorpio. Whenever you see Scorpio's card, it speaks of a sacred time that you have with people. Very much like I was sharing with you all, like a loved one who transitioned many double-digit years ago, and they are resting in peace, because I have a lot of good memories, funny stories, pictures, all of those wonderful things. And how during that sacred time of transitioning, right, of passing, meaning that a sacred time that you and somebody have decided, hey, the relationship can't go any further than this. It's a sacred time. The last thing you need are a bunch of lips moving in your relationship, trying to tell you what you need to do when you and somebody else has already decided the relationship is over. It's a time of passing. We're passing over to the next phase, into this new phase of life. Last thing you need are a bunch of lips moving and talking. Every Taurus handles things differently, right? And so somebody thought that you weren't doing something right, or you weren't handling something right when there was a transition, when you had already given people their flowers. You had already closed out cycles in love and moved on. But somebody didn't think that you were doing something right. So there's just no growth in that when you got family members who won't even, they constantly coming in between you and sacred moments. Meaning that maybe you and somebody about to have a baby, you and your spouse or person about to have a baby, you got family members basically treating you like you in their stomach. Or they were the one that planted the seed. In other words, treating you like you're an embryo, right? So Source is trying to tell you that there are no sacred moments. It's almost like somebody had to scream, get these people away from me. Whether you're a man or a woman, like somebody had to scream, get these people away. This is a sacred time, a sacred moment. We're trying to grow our abundance and prosperity, and y'all just all gas and no brakes. Like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? So it's like in the family, and this could even be you even having a baby or growing your business, trying to grow your abundance and prosperity. The phone just ringing off the hook. Y'all trying to put together a business plan, and here they come calling, just non-stop. Finally, somebody said, you know what? I'm gonna let the tower fall on all of y'all. Y'all are too impulsive. I need to let the tower fall on y'all, because y'all are just relentless, right? All about the material world. Remember, that's the dark side of the Hierophant, right? But the light side is that you have an innate spiritual understanding that all Taurians are not the same, right? But somebody all day is like, quick money. They just need to make a fortune fast. You like, I need time to grow something. Like, what the heck are y'all doing? I need time to grow my abundance and prosperity. This is family members talking about what they got going on behind closed doors. If it's your person that you're with and y'all trying to grow a business together, they talking about them. They saying that they are the reason why you cut everybody else off. Why? Because they don't want somebody to go into a zombified state. They don't want your person to go into a zombified state and just let them just come in kicking down doors and find out what's going on in the house. We had to send somebody over to do a wellness check. You thriving behind closed door. They talking about wellness check. What in the world? So Source is saying to you, that's going to be the secret. The secret is knowing how to pour. This is your moon sign. You could have a Taurus sun or a Taurus moon sign. Whatever. If your sun sign could be Taurus if you're watching this, and then your moon sign could also be Taurus. But the key here is when you feel like you're in a pinch financially, y'all got to remember the energy of money is so attracted to you all. It's not even funny, Taurus. even, I can't even emphasize that enough, the energy of money. Y'all just got to learn how to enforce a boundary. You don't have to you don't have to get to a point where you're like a bull in the china closet and you just going cutting everybody off. You don't have to get to that point. Enforce a boundary, and if you just speak up and tell people, hey, listen, I'm trying to do something, I'm fine. But if you cross over that, and it's not even a threat to them, it's like, listen, if then statement, you got to get to an if then statement. If y'all keep bum rushing and assuming the worst, talking about people behind their back, I'm about to cut every last one of y'all off, because you know your loved ones and whoever you're trying to grow with, whoever you trying to grow with, maybe you and your kids or you and your family, whatever. These energies, once the relationship is over, for them, they over celebrating. We knew, because you didn't seem like I've been knowing you since you were a child, and I know you. Like what? So Source is saying to you, the secret is knowing how to mother yourself. When I say mother, this is not necessarily replacing your mother, but mothering yourself, knowing how to pour into yourself in a very healthy way and let people know, hey, I'm an adult, I got this from here, for real. Whoever you are, whether you're a man or woman, I know how to pour into myself in a very healthy way. Thank you. If you're really that concerned, pray for me. But please don't pray on me and the person that I'm trying to build with behind closed doors. Please don't do that. Somebody never saw you ending a relationship with them. They never saw it. They never, ever saw it. And this is what the Tower is hitting them. They never saw you ending a relationship with them. But you can't grow with another person and then, expect for somebody to zombify out. And that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that y'all attract everything that you want. People, places, and things. You're ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics, right? So you attract very attractive people. You attract money. You have an eye for beauty. Whether you're looking at all white walls in a home, you can kind of sort of see how y'all just have an eye for things, like an eye for, the finer things in life, right? Which people really appreciate. But when you have these impulsive energies in your life, in your own family, that you can't even, and y'all are very patient zodiac sign. High vibrating Taurians, high vibrating Taurians are very patient. When you have somebody who's impulsive in your family, basically, they can literally cause somebody to have birth prematurely because of their energy, just their energy. And they won't see anything wrong with something. They can cause people to, like y'all know. Anyway, but you were born a star, and so you need to align with other stars. And so sometimes people leave situations because they don't even want to have to deal with somebody having a premature blessing that can end up being a burden. So, okay, we got to hurry up and rush and open up this store. We've been planning, we've been starting this brand, and now it's a flop because somebody thought some money wasn't coming in fast enough. Or we trying to do this or have kids together, but every time we turn around, we having issues, health issues and problems because this person over here is saying we need to do something a certain kind of way. It's almost like a busybody. You're dealing with a busybody. That's what I'm saying here. But I do see your abundance and prosperity growing. I do see big money coming across your path, but it's only because you're just now waking up to the fact that you're really a star. But the lines have been crossed in hermit mode. The lines, as soon as you go into hermit mode and light turns on for you, or you get into this creative juices and that starts flowing for you all, guess what? Here comes certain loved ones thinking that they just gonna acting like toddlers. Y'all know how like when you go somewhere and toddlers, you can't even go into the bathroom. They looking in the bathroom looking at you. You go in this room, they come in looking at you. Like, there's no privacy. Somebody didn't have any privacy during any sacred time whatsoever. That's why a situation is over. That could be the reason why situations are over, because somebody, like I said, you're being overly patient with loved ones, and people are just like, okay, this is ridiculous. Somebody wants somebody to zombify out. So I'm seeing your abundance and your prosperity growing. I'm seeing a fortune here coming in for you because you're a star, but Source is aligning you with other stars. Other people who are like, they will enforce a boundary because they not half dead. They believe in giving people their flowers before they die in sacred spaces. They're not worried about, oh, did this person talk to somebody? Did they say? And some people share what they've given, and some people don't share. Some people give flowers when people are dying, passing over, when the relationship is dying, friendships, whatever is dying. And some people, they just, whatever. But I'm saying somebody giving people their flowers, while they're alive. But that's going to be the easiest way for you to not regret someone. Oh my God, I knew I had a dream about them. I should have called them. I should have this and that. You hear the stories all the time. Oh, something told me to call them. That was your spirit from within saying call them. You don't know, the next moment isn't promised. The next moment isn't promised. Somebody just, like I said, the next moment isn't promised. Yeah, so here we have the King of Wands here. So somebody's just waiting to pounce on just anything. On one hand, somebody could say they got your back, but another hand, they could be, and these could be Leos, right? One Leo could really truly have your back. They could be like, you know what, I got your back. You know what, you're trying to grow something. You're trying to grow something. You're trying to grow your business. You're trying to grow your family. You're trying to grow something that you're going to love, and it's going to bring you a lot of wealth and fortune. And you're feeling really fortunate to have, something is going on with you. And people are just kind of said, I got your back in this. I got your back in your decision to end something, whether you're the Taurus sun or Taurus moon. And then some people, they ready to pounce on every little thing because they have so much anxiety in them. They ready to pounce on anything. They ready to swing paws and fight, cuss people out. Just low vibrational mess. So I'm seeing you, like I said before, you're not a fool, and neither are some other people. Somebody has a dog or had a dog, So Source is just trying to tell you, when you leave all that foolishness behind, the anxiety, I'm telling y'all, the cards I'm looking at here, you're starting to remember how good it felt when you had time to really process your emotions without people rushing you into some stuff. I see you being victorious. Because somebody's not going to deal with that toxicity. Somebody's not dealing with that toxicity if somebody's taking too long to speak up, years to speak up. So the current energy, like I said, is this right here, the Hierophant card. So your card leads the reading in divine synchronicity. Spirit says you are returning to spiritual truth, balancing wisdom with faith. And this is an awakening within tradition, right? Within tradition, right? Somebody is really built to last in relationships, but having a wrong certain family, as much as you love certain family members, they could end every single relationship you get into. They literally can end all your relationships. So somebody's challenge is a tower. This is unexpected shifts may challenge your comfort zone. And Spirit says what crumbles now was never stable. This is divine reconstruction, not destruction. Yeah, so you're not, at this point, you're no longer worried about people talking about you behind your back. You're ready to thrive. You don't care about, you're not going to be in survival mode. See how this person is staying. This could be, it does, remember, this is the illustrator's idea. So tarot is genderless. And so past influence is the Ten of Swords. An ending or deep release lingers behind you. Spirit says this chapter closed so that your soul could rest and rebuild with new strength. At this point, so many people have been talked about behind their back from their loved ones. It's not even funny. It's like you built, I mean, like I said, you built to last. All the swords and stuff they throw about these loved ones, people who say they love you, but they would quickly call somebody to do a wellness check on you like they don't even know who you are. That they can't remember that you like being in hermit mode and trying to process your thoughts. A lot of people are like that. They need to just break away from everybody. I'm good. I'm getting all these creative downloads and ideas. Like full moon, right? Full moon is a time to protect your energy, right? You're getting a lot of downloads. You're fully illuminated about stuff. Things are clearer for you so that you can grow your abundance and your prosperity. Doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is pregnant, but the secret for you that what works for you is pouring into yourselves in hermit mode. That's your secret for somebody. Somebody could have a moon in Taurus. Whether you're sun or moon in Taurus, you may be inspired more behind closed doors, but you don't need to be rushed. And then that takes a chain reaction where everybody else around you feels rushed, including somebody who could be pregnant. They feel like, okay, they got to rush and get the baby out. Next thing you know, there's some health issues and concerns. And guess who? This impulsive energy, they never gonna take accountability for their behavior. Never gonna take accountability for their behavior. So no matter what you say, you should have spoken up. They ready to pounce. They ready to argue. They ready to scrap, fight, cuss people out, go off. And so it's like people don't want to deal with that. Because for them, any attention is is good attention. Arguing, being the center of attention, all that. So that's what I'm saying here for your card so far. So like I said before, this I feel like you're in hermit mode. This card right here, where light turned on for you. You finally woke up to something that you're in a reflective space. And so Spirit's inner solitude reveals divine wisdom. The light you seek outside already burns within. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune here for you. So destiny's turns in divine timing. Spirit says what felt like delay now finds motion. The universe is aligning events with your higher good. Right? So something was really fated to happen, for you to go back into hermit mode so a light can turn on for you. It's almost like reconnecting with your childhood and remembering, like, you know what, you didn't really like to go outside and play that much anyway. You like being indoors and coloring or drawing, or, somebody like, you need to get outside with the rest of the kids. That could have been part of it, but you may also feel like, okay, you get your most creative downloads come to you when you're in hermit mode. Remember, you're a divine feminine sign, but you're ruled by a feminine planet. Venus is a feminine planet, the goddess Venus. On the dark side of Venus, it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy. If you're connected to energies who are like that in your family, vain, vengeful, green with envy, you're never doing anything fast enough. Never. But they want you to they know that you're patient with them, but they won't give you the same patience, the same level of patience that they know that you'll be patient with them. So that's already lopsided. So you're not going to do an injustice to yourself anymore. You in Libras, we're not talking about a Libra, but you in Libra are ruled by the same planet. It just rules it differently, right? But Libra is the justice card. You're not going to do an injustice to yourself anymore in any of your relationships when you're trying to grow by having family members in your even other Taurians in your family who may do something, or your friendship group, they may do something. They may nurture themselves totally different than how you nurture yourself, right? But you got somebody that's really impulsive they're chained to somebody else who's impulsive, right? Who just wants you to zombify out. That's not going to happen when you were born a star. You were born a star. So the outcome for you all is renewal, healing, and divine grace emerge here. Your spirit confirms you are realigning with faith, purpose, and cosmic flow. Your inner light returns stronger than ever because you're starting to remember what your inner child needs. That's how you mother yourself. This is like this is your rebirth. This is your rebirth. It's like you're now coming out of a dark space and you're saying, I've been reborn. I'm starting to remember how I really set back and things just came to me. It's starting to click. I'm starting to remember. So somebody had to almost go through like the judgment card is the outermost planet is Pluto. Somebody had to return back to pure consciousness, like to return back to humanity, no respecter of person, in order for it to just really click for you. Like really, really click that, oh, wait a minute now. Okay. I'm not judging anybody. I just need time to process, or they're not judging me. They need time to process. It goes both ways, right? They need time to process some things. Wait a minute. I was, having a tower moment, but a lot of it is who you're linking up with. A lot of it has, and so you got these three Taurians here, three different types of Taurus. Some of them have a Taurus sun sign. Some have Taurus moon sign, right? Your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. But how one Taurus, whatever your moon sign is, you can have three people who have sun sign Taurus. Your moon signs can all be different in how you process, how you need to process and pour into, like how you need to mother yourself. We are not talking about somebody's mother. We're talking about how you nurture, because that's the moon. How your soul, how your spirit needs to be fed. One Taurus may need to like to stay in the house and be a hermit and read books and just let your downloads come through books or watching movies or something. Another Taurus may feel like, okay, they need to go to the gym and go work out. That's what nurtures them. Another Taurus could be like, you know what, maybe they need to just go call up a couple of good friends and just, go meet up somewhere and sit down and talk. Same sun signs, but being nurtured different ways. And so even if you got 3 Taurians that are moon signs, right, you could have 3 other zodiac signs. Their sun sign could be different from Taurus, but they're all, let's say their moon signs are Taurus, right? That's what I'm trying to tell. That's why I encourage people to pull their birth chart. When you're around people who just want to pounce on something and just to make somebody look like a fool, something is clicking in your mind that, you know what, we have the same thing in common. We have the same things in common. How family will talk about you behind your back or you behind closed door, and they'll put it out there publicly, y'all. They run straight to the internet, the internets. They will go straight to the internet. Can't wait to tell somebody some stuff about you. So it's all becoming clear, child. But guess what? It's not gonna change. You still gonna be in hermit mode, getting your downloads. Money still gonna come to you. That's not gonna change. They can yell it from the top of a mountain. It won't even matter. Because you're sending all that spell work back. So Angel Gabrielle, the messenger of God, is with you. So it's time to start dating. Some people don't have any identity unless they attach it to you. For real. They got to call your name out in public. People wouldn't even know who they were. Even though they are star themselves, meaning that they have purpose themselves, they feel like ending you is going to make their star brighter. And we talking about in your own family. They feel like ending your business is going to make their business thrive. If anything, it's going to call in karma. And karma doesn't miss anybody. It knows your address before you even start unpacking your box. Karma was like, ta-da, here I am. You thought you was going to get away from me? Here I is. So this is what I'm saying here. So somebody hasn't been completely honest with you, but make a list of pros and cons. Make a list of pros and cons. And here we have pour into yourselves more. This is your moon sign. Find a pour into yourselves more. But you are protected in love. Whoever you are, this right here. You're in a very vulnerable space. But I'm telling y'all, you have so much in common with certain people, it's not even funny that as soon as somebody feels like, first of all, you have a copycat. That's first, okay? You have a copycat. Somebody who was always wanted your shine. This is in your family. They always wanted your shine, whoever you are. They always wanted your star. Not realize, and this is actually sad when you think about it, because they don't even realize they are a star themselves, right? But they can't wait to jump on a bandwagon the moment they feel like you have dead or something is almost going. They can't even wait. Poor things. So yeah, somebody regrets lying to you about something. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. Yeah, it's time to release the burden. I see you putting yourself first. Listen to your intuition. You're healing from the pain they cause. Somebody is amongst incubi and succubi. I don't know who that is, but third eye chakra cleanse. Like I said, this is the third eye oil, raw oil. Somebody's a succubus. This in your family. So your ancestors are very proud of you because you're breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse. Somebody's finally putting their foot down. Somebody is finally saying, listen, all Taurians are not alike. But my best friends are Taurus, and this I know another Taurus, and they do this and that. Okay, that's them. You're a different Taurus. Whether you're a man or woman, you're a different Taurus. So a fortune is coming in for somebody. A fortune is coming in because you don't have to really, I'm telling y'all, Taurus, all y'all have to do is be the gatekeepers. Be the gatekeepers of your own energy and keep nosy family members out of your business because they're going to talk about you regardless. And guess what? People are going to choose to believe what they want to believe. You can't stop that. That's why people got their own brains. They're going to believe what they want to believe. So you're making a list of pros and cons, and you just, telling you, I'm telling somebody's a magnet for money. And that's the reason why there's some other Taurians that see you as competition. That's why they've been trying to bully you out of some stuff. They couldn't wait because they don't know their own star. And that's really sad. For real. So document your dreams day and night. They don't know their star. And this is in somebody's own family. Child, that lets you know everybody on the planet is related. Yeah, Move on in silence and move on in peace. I'm serious. Just do the mirror work. But I do see you doing a deep spiritual cleanse. A deep spiritual cleanse, y'all. It's you versus you. But somebody has always seen you as competition in your family. And even if you're only child, this could be a cousin. This could be somebody who was like your friend, like a brother or sister to you growing up. Y'all could have been close like this, but they always saw you. Or it could be one of your parents' siblings, it could be somebody's cousin. Like, for real, I see you dancing around. Whew, child, let me turn this camera off. People a trip and a half. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you all, Taurus. But like I said, hey, you couldn't stop money from being attracted to you if you wanted to, for real. It's just time to do a deep spiritual cleanse. And that's the reason why people are trying to contain your emotions. Like, they're trying to control your emotions, hoping that whoever you're connected to, it will spill over into them. But that's not how it works with some zodiac signs. Some zodiac signs like, nah, that may work for you, but it don't work for them. You can go ahead and zombify out, but the next person would be like, nah, they not zombifying out. Because if you're building, if it's a baby, they come in with their side of the family and their ancestors too. How is somebody supposed to expect somebody to just empty all of what their ancestors brought to the table and their family brought to the table because somebody on one side, whether it's your side or somebody else's side, decide that somebody else's family is not good enough? Because somebody feel like somebody is a sex addict. Somebody feel it really is laughable when you're an adult. It's really funny because you like, okay, the audacity. Somebody feels like, you got a bunch of incubi and succubi in your family, or somebody in your family could think that somebody else got a bunch of incubi and succubi in their family. How dare somebody overstep that kind of boundary when, guess what? You and somebody coming together to procreate probably have incubi and succubi on both sides of the family. And that's the truth. But here comes somebody thinking that they can our family is better than, I'm telling you, some people's ancestors are rolling around in their grave right now. They can't even believe. As much as everybody's ancestors have crawled so everybody could walk, just at different phases in their bloodline. Some ancestors are just like, I know I did not burn the candle at both ends for my own family to turn their nose up at people. Or you could be the person who, looking at somebody else's family, like their family turn their nose up at you, like, I know these people. They one generation away from poverty, and they got the audacity to turn their nose up at somebody. So that's what I'm saying. Full of trip, child. Lord, listen. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth. But that's what I'm saying for you also. Like I said, the energy of money is very attractive to you. I do see a lot of expansion in your cards, Taurus, but anybody who really goes into procreating, whether it's in business, love, or whatever, and thinking that somebody else's family is better than theirs, when some people literally are just first generation wealthy or first generation like nouveau rich, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here in your card. Every Taurus is not alike. Every Taurus is not the same. So yeah. So you ending something with somebody. You ending something with somebody, because their energy is just toxic. It's just straight up toxic. Let them tell it, child. They wrote the Bible. they wrote every chapter. Oh Lord, child, they wrote every chapter of the Bible, child, because they lived it all. Hey, from Genesis to Revelation, child, they was there. Ooh. They Cain, Abel, they the parents, they Seth, they in the book of Revelation, child. Let them tell it. They know everything. So anyway, here we have 857, creative flow. So you are ready. So your angels are telling you that the creative flow of ideas is coming fast now. There is a lot being fed to you, Taurus, and it's not essential that you remember or absorb it all right now, right? So sit quietly in meditation for a few minutes and write down anything that comes up. And so continue to write things down throughout the day. I'm telling you, it's going to come to you, and it's going to really inspire you if you could just get focused. But the first thing is to get away from these karmic couples, even if, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's corns, even if it is if you're a parent, if you're an adult and your parents or two aunts or two uncles or your uncle and aunt is a karmic parent and they feel like they know what's best for you, you got to learn how to tell people, hey, look, you didn't cross the line. I'm no longer inspired. Matter of fact, I'm going into zombie 5 mode at this point because you just been doing too much. I feel burned out. I'm stressed out. I'm burned out. I can't, my eyeballs, I gotta tape my eyelashes to my forehead to keep my eyeballs open because it's just too much, right? So some people are gonna be wondering why you're closing out a cycle, but it's because it's like they just jumping on your back, like gang stalking you or something. Like whoever you are, is like they just won't, they relentless. They won't let up. And they blame everybody for whoever these energies are. They blame everybody every time you're inspired by somebody else. They want to be the center of attention. Like nobody can take full credit for anybody's star. Not one person can take full credit for anybody's star. You got your teachers in school. You got the professors in college. You got your friends, their family, your best friend, next door neighbor. You inspire. That's Venus. Venus literally is in everything on planet Earth. You are inspired by everything and I'm telling you, Taurus, y'all are inspired by everything on planet Earth. One person could look at a flower and they'd be like, oh, that's a pretty flower. You could have just built a whole business off that flower. And guess who waiting to talk about you behind your back? Family. Child, they so funny. Sometimes all you can do is laugh. You just shake your head and laugh like, child, listen. But they be the first one asking you for a check. The first ones. Yeah, I know we had our differences. Yeah, I know we had our differences in the past. All you can do is laugh. You just accept it, for real. That's just who they are. Well, we had our differences in the past, but things a little, my change is looking kind of strange. My money looking a little funny. Can you let me hold something? Child, goodbye. Click. Oh. Child, just hating for no reason when they could choose love, child. Want to hold something because the money looking funny and the change is looking strange, but stay talking about people behind their back. They stay holding a sword, y'all. They stay holding a sword. Can't wait to end somebody. Oh, they down for the count. They going through a nightmare right now. Let me just go in and deliver that one last sword, that 10th sword. That's going to do it. That's going to do them in. Let me expose them online. Let me just deliver that last. Let me do it. They fighting over who can deliver the last sword, child. Listen, you better learn how to put yourself first. You can give people their flowers while they still alive. That's a sacred time. You don't need to tell these people who you're giving flowers to, right? While they still alive, right? So when they transition over, you can let them rest in peace. The only time you'd be concerned is, like I said, the normal grieving process, or if you hear something like, if it's something like a case or something like they died under, is a cold case and we discovered something and then everybody's like, what? Okay, what happened? And that's what may reawaken something. But you give people their flowers when they're alive, you can let something rest in peace. Let people rest in peace. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you. I give people their flowers while they're alive, and I don't tell people what conversations I had with people. I'm like, you really inspire me. You this and that, and it comes back to you. People let you know how you inspire them in their own way. It comes back. But these people, family members, loved ones, be stabbing people in the back, talking about the child. That part easy. That's what I'm saying for you all. But somebody's learning. Somebody is learning. Here, so this week for you, Taurus, as your money is starting to come in and it's not looking funny and your change is not looking strange, you are transforming stability into spiritual flow, building not from fear, but from alignment. You are ruled by Venus. You are creating a new foundation of peace, purpose, and divine abundance. Trust your rhythm and let your soul bloom, Taurus. Get ready for more wealth to come in. If you could just get focused and get away from these energies who keep bringing you a bunch of gossip. This person said this person said that. I think they talking about you. Get on right from here from there. Go get a fly swatter or something. For real, get away from me with all of that. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You can process stuff on your own behind closed doors, whether you're a man or woman. Everybody running to you because they want, somebody just wants a piece of your energy. They just want to be linked to you by any means necessary, even if it's exhausting you, even if it's bringing death into your home, like death to your finances, death to your marriage, death to your friendships, death to, they sit secretly and watch stuff and bring you a whole bunch of chaos, confusion, and drama, even if it's bringing chaos into your home, calling you all hours of the night, overstepping all kinds of boundaries, y'all, doing the absolute most, because they want to be the center of attention in your world. And as soon as your finances are messed up, your marriage is over, you know, you're just like they wreaked havoc in your home, they stand there smiling at attention. Well, I guess everybody gone. It's just us. The karmic couple, the karmic pair, is just us. No, you putting an end to something, and you are ready. You're putting it into something. That's what I have for you. See you all in the next video. Bye.